right, good morning, season's greetings. It is a wonderful December morning here with the doggo. He's found a ball that Dawn provides. And I am gathering rock for a build that I'm doing. I can't find any rock on the ground, so I've turned to the river to provide my rock. But as you can see, it's cold. I don't want to put my hands in the water. I got a hack for how to get rock out of the water without getting your hands wet so that you can build longer and not freeze your little mittens off. All right, so really the first thing you want to do is make sure you're wearing waterproof boots because just like you don't want to get your hands wet, you don't want to get your feet wet. Important, keep the feet dry. But here we got a rock here in the water. You can see we've got some cinder blocks up there that are in the water. I want to be able to get these things out of the water without getting my hands wet. This is the magic tool. Once again, the Rogue Hoe, doing things that other tools just can't do, and it works really well for coming up to rocks that you want to grab. Okay, just putting them on the hoe and carrying them to a dry spot, which I've got going on over here. So here's this dry spot. And I'm just making a pile of rocks that I want to drag. But the first thing I want to do is get as much moisture off of them. So I'm just going to make a pile here. And so I'm just looking for rocks. The first ones I'm going to do, the first hack I'm going to show you is just rocks that you can pick up with the hoe. So here we're going to use that, lift it up, pick it up, and again carry it right over to our pile. Stack them on top of each other. Do whatever it is you want to do. The trick is here to get them out of the water, to get that excess moisture off of them so you can then pick them up. All right, here's another one that I'm hoping I can just pick up. Yeah. And you'd be surprised at the size of rock you can pick up with your hoe. Dropping it off. And then I'm gonna go get more. So that's the trick for rocks that'll fit on your hoe. But what about rocks that you can't fit on your hoe? Say like this one. All right. So once you've got all the rocks that you want, that you can grab with the hoe and carrying the hoe, you kind of want to go to the next level of wetness. So here, I've pulled it up with the hoe, all right? And I'm just gonna let it sit there for a bit. And then I'm gonna grab it with my hands and carry it over to the pile. So I'm just gonna lean it up like this, get it up out of the water, let it drip off. But the trick is to make your hands for as dry as they can be for as long as they can be. I know this might be really obvious stuff to some of you, but it took me a while to figure it out. But what if, say there's a rock that is so deep that you can't walk in there? I got a bit of a hack for that too. Behold, guess what? It's the Rogue Hoe. The perfect tool of perfect tools comes into play again. And you know, the great thing about the Rogue Hoe is it's basically got a hook on it. So you can just wrap that around and pull the rocks right to where you need to be able to grab them. Now, I'm doing this one-handed, so it's not the best demonstration, but even one-handed, you can see how effective this is. There's another rock. You want another? There we go. And I can pull these all the way to the shore here. Comme ça. And boom. If I feel like it, I can let them drip dry for a bit so they're not soaking wet. If I have to like hold, they're so heavy like this one, maybe I need to hold it up against my pants. That'll get my pants wet. And again, it's like below zero here. So the name of the game here is to stay dry. But you can see how easy this is. So yeah, that's the hack. It's pretty simple. I'm just gonna take my pile of rocks that I got over there somewhere, and I got a wheelbarrow over there somewhere. You can't really see it because it's up the hill. And I'm going to drop those rocks in the wheelbarrow, and then I'm going to cart them to where they need to go. And again, my hands will be dry. Now, I got a tip on top of that, which is bring an extra set or two of dry gloves, just in case your hands, you get committed to a rock you really want and you got to get your hands wet. have another set of gloves. You can slap those on after those ones get wet, and you just swap them out. I've got 4 pairs of gloves with me today, just in case that happens. But so far, my hands are dry despite, you know, this coating. And I suppose choose a glove that has a bit of a coating on it, and that way you make sure that you keep your hands as dry as possible. It's -1 today. My hands are warm and dry. It's a great hack. I highly recommend it for those of you building in the winter, which of course is a great time to build. Let me know if you got a better hack. I'm certainly open to better hacks than this. If you got something, let me know. I would love to be able to do this even better than I'm doing it now. As always, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave comments, and happy holidays.